How would you like to be able to set up an awesome environment for your Agile Scrum team to work in, an environment that supports their success in the project? Hi, my name is Tim McDermott. I'm a senior IT project manager slash Scrum Master. I live in the beautiful city of Tampa Bay. And in Tampa Bay and around Tampa Bay, there is lots of beautiful locations where people go hiking and biking. So on the weekends, that's what I like to do. And today I am in the beautiful city of Lake Seminole, and I'm in the beautiful park of Lake Seminole Park, and I'm standing next to Lake Seminole. So Lake Seminole, Lake Seminole, Lake Seminole. So as a Scrum Master, you want to help your team have success, and one of the things you need to consider in that process is the environment that they're in. Does that environment provide the right resources to them, etc.? So what I'm going to go through here today is kind of a checklist of items that I think are very important and contribute a great deal towards the success of your team. So we'll start first with whiteboards. Whiteboards are very useful for teams to get together in front of and to work on a design of a piece of software or architecture or anything, to plan their work, etc. And to track progress on different things. A whiteboard is very essential. So then some other things. If you have a whiteboard, you need to have good markers, good writers, multiple colors, so they can draw in colors. Colors help people understand things a little bit better. Sticky notes are good to go along with the whiteboard because you can write stuff on the sticky note and put it on the board and put multiple notes on the board, and then you can change your mind about the order and move the notes around, and that flexibility helps your teams to work together, come up with better designs, better plans for the work that they're doing, etc., etc. So also, along those same lines, I like to have the easel pads, the pads that you could write on with colored markers, etc. Those things are good to have in an environment, especially like the ones that have the paper you can peel off and stick on the wall. So you can move those charts around in situations like I am sometimes in. I'm a contractor, so we get moved from one room to another room another day and another room the next day. And those boards, those peel and stick pads, you can peel them off, take them to the next room, put them back up again, etc. So good to have those easel pad papers. Any other office supplies, your own stash of office supplies together right there in the room. Writing pads, pencils, pens, etc. Also good to have in the team's area so they can make use of them. Snacks, food. Food is good. People, when they eat together, they bond together, And when people get hungry, they get cranky. So you got to keep their spirits up by keeping them fed. Good snacks is very helpful. Water bottles, people get thirsty. They also get cranky. So have good water bottles around. A stash of them close to the team. I also like to have power cords. Again, I'm a contractor. We get stuck in the oddest of locations and may not have access. Maybe just have one outlet to support 5 people, etc. So have a power cord that has multiple outlets on it. That's a good thing to have. And we talked about whiteboards, and now I want to talk about charts. In particular, charts that are good to have around. Of course, there's the more common chart of the burn down chart. It's very good. It shows the remaining amount of work that the team needs to do to complete the sprint, complete the work in the sprint on time, etc. It's good to have that. And the release chart is good. A release chart is it can be in the burn down style, like a burn down chart, but it's over the project as a whole and not just the sprint. Calendars are good with the important dates of the scrum and the release posted on that. And people can use that information to note their vacation times down on that so the rest of the people can know when their colleagues are going to be out. And when you're planning a sprint, you can look at that calendar and see, and you can arrange the plan of the sprint around the people's times out on the holidays, etc. Conferencing tools are good to have. If you're going to have to, maybe your team has to work with another team in another location, might be good to have there's portable speaker phones that are Bluetooth. Those things are good to have. Any other collaboration tools? Good, whatever software tools that the developers need, they need to have access to that. So make sure that you know what they are, and you make sure that your team does have access to it. And it can be sometimes when you're bringing in a team of contractors and getting them set up on the company software can take some time. So make sure you know up front what software they're going to need and get them set up quickly. Another thing is people. The team itself needs to be easily accessible to the individual team members. So the team needs to be co-located or as close to co-located as possible. So that's another thing that need. Another good thing to have is a quiet space where people can get together and have talk about sensitive conversations, maybe do a performance review on an individual in a room nearby where the team is at. That would be very good. And there's other things. You could probably think of more, but those are the things I can think of that I'd like to have in the team workspace to help the team achieve the sprint goal, etc. So I hope you like this place, like this video. If you liked it, click on like or comment. If you have any questions, ask questions, or share the link, share the video with your teammates. And now I'm going to enjoy walking around this beautiful lake that's behind me. Thank you all very much.